Hi guys, today we're gonna review this nice action camera, 16 megapixel of still photography. It has 4K resolution, 170 degrees of lens. You can see the 4K resolution. It's difficult to see the table, so I'm gonna show you later. It's an Ultra HD 4K, as you can see. Ultra HD means 4K resolution versus just single HD, which is 1080. This is a very quality camera with very detailed video, and it has also a Wi-Fi connection, and it has very nice features. Let's open the box. We'll see which way to open it. Right here. So as you can see, it looks very nice. It ships very nice. We have a nice booklet that was hidden underneath. That's why it was kind of coming out as I was taking out the camera. You can see here very basic things of how to work with the camera, but it's very helpful. It shows you like the menus you need to choose from. Shows you each menu what options it has. So basically you don't need to navigate through the menu, you have it all here, and it's very clear. Once you go to navigate on the camera, it will actually be self-explanatory, because if you read the manual, you have like a good idea of what it is. Let's take the camera out. The camera, it has like nice mount for underwater, so it's not only waterproof, but also it has buttons to allow you to control the camera while it's underwater. It comes with a few other things, so let's kind of look at what's in the box. So first of all, here when I open it, it's gonna be a disaster because it has like million pieces. Okay, not million, but many pieces that all of them are to hook the camera to different things. I'm not gonna go over like every single thing, but all of that together is very useful. You can hook it, for example, for the car. You can hook it to your belt. This is for the belt, for example. This one is like a two-sided glue that you can just glue it somewhere. There are others that allow you to kind of hook it to different places. That after you kind of screw in a screw that holds it, that mounts it. Some others are for the bicycle, for any kind of pole that you have, for other devices that you might be using. So it's very useful. I had a similar camera, so I'm very familiar with all these connectors, and I never use all of them, but whenever you get stuck, you need to hook it to something, especially because it's an action camera. You get the solution for everything you want. It comes also with a second battery. I don't know if mine was shipped like with a second, and all of them are. This flap, later on I realized that it's just to kind of allow you to pull the battery out of the camera, because it's very tight inside. I'm gonna sit for a second so I can really like start working with the camera. So that's the second battery. Like I said, I don't know if it's really shipped by mistake with one or not, but inside the camera there is yet another battery, so that I can answer. There is another booklet. This one is very detailed. It comes in different languages. That's why it's a bit bigger, and every language is shown here with the right page. It gives you like an idea of every button, where it is and what it's doing and what's the name of it, so you can find your way in the manual. All the mounts that it ships with, and each one of them what it is. So it's beautiful. Like you get an idea of what the camera is just by reviewing the manual, which is really like helpful. For those of you who are like me and like to dive into the menus of the camera, you can do that. So I'm gonna skip right now to the portion where I'm actually working with the camera and the menus. So let's see. Okay, so this is the camera, and as you can see, it is very simple to open the mount, the waterproof mount, and it's opening it again from here. The front flap is a bit of a snap because it's like kind of, it has a rubber around, but anyways, it's very secure, and it ships with all these like plastics on the lens and the back of the camera. As you can see here, it's a 4K resolution. There's a connector, there's like slots for like the memory card and the HDMI, so you can connect it later to a TV and stream the 4K beautiful resolution. And this is the battery slot. At first I thought it's a challenge, but then I realized that you can actually open it from here with a very easy way, and then pull the string of the battery, and there you go. We have a second battery, and that's surprising because usually, like, you know, they ship with one battery, or at least that's my experience. So today we have two. Ta-da! Let's skip to the portion where I actually start working with the camera. So this is the power button. You click and hold until you see the LED light and the display on the screen. The screen is very nice. You can see that it's very detailed. If it looks a bit bright, it's because of my camera that's shooting this camera, but it's very clear. And then it took me like, because I didn't read the manual, it took me a few seconds to realize what every button is doing. You can see that it's it has the card, and it's on recording mode, and everything is like set to go. There is another mode that is like a camera, another mode to play everything. There is a menu mode where you can go through the menus. Right here you see that there is no files. This is the settings, and the settings are very straightforward. So let's jump into the settings portion of the video. So briefly about settings, you need to choose your resolution. Make sure it doesn't come as a loop, because only if you use it in a car they want the camera to record in a loop. By the way, I put a card inside, and the card inside is of 64 gigabytes, and it's a not micro SD, it's the smallest one. Yeah, it is a micro SD, sorry, it's not a regular SD, it's a micro SD card, and it doesn't need an adapter, it just goes inside like that. As in all the micro SD slots, you need to kind of push it with a pin or something inside, or with your nail if you have, because it's a bit of a challenge to get it inside, and only one way works. So if you struggle with it, it means that you're putting the memory card in the wrong place. You can choose between languages and between how many megapixels the camera takes. The menu, as you can see, goes from like recording on a video, recording as a picture, and then there are some other menus, even down to, and that surprised me, to the white balance, which, by the way, is something that I'm familiar with the bigger cameras, not with a small action camera, but those of you who have more action cameras probably saw that in some of them. So that's a good surprise, because you know, you want sometimes to get like the exact colors and not to rely on what the camera is giving you. Controlling the white balance is really nice. There are Wi-Fi settings, so it was kind of very simple to set up the Wi-Fi on any other device. The Wi-Fi works in such a way that the camera becomes a Wi-Fi, and then with any other device you can connect to it, and just like you connect to any router or any like coffee shop where you actually connect to the internet to when you're at, and that's it. And then you can see all the footage, the videos, and such on. Menu is straightforward. Let's jump into another portion of the video. Something I forgot to mention, there is another box here. In the big box there is like another semi box which comes with more things. It comes with a replacement, comes with a replacement door to the mount, to the waterproof mount for the camera, which is great, you know, because sometimes after a while, you know, it gets like damaged or something, or you can see through it. It comes with a double-sided glue, with a cleaning cloth, with hooks to connect all the mounts that we saw before better. It comes with a carrying case. It comes with a charging USB cable. Everything is there. It's like, look at the table. It's unbelievable. It includes like so many pieces. I asked myself, like, is that like part of the you know, is that like it costs more to manufacture all the accessories more than the camera itself? Because this is crazy, but I love it. It's a crazy good thing. So let's jump to yet another portion of the video. Okay, so now I'm gonna start recording with the camera. So as you can see, that there is a red indicator, and you start recording. The beautiful thing about it is that on the setting you can choose to kind of let the screen go off after a few seconds from the point where you start recording. I'm by the way moving my hand fast to see what's the refresh rate. So as you can see, it wasn't the best, but it's really nice. So here goes. The screen's off, but the LED indicator on the left bottom side that is flashing shows you that we're actually recording. We keep recording. Now the camera can be mounted on whatever. To preserve the battery, we don't want the recording to keep going. We can click at any time to see like what is recording. You see it's still recording, it's still on, but we don't need to leave it recording until we turn it off, because basically you see this is the on and off. Basically the display is irrelevant if you're not looking at the display and let the camera record whatever a camera can see. Say it's mounted on your helmet or whatever, it's really nice quality, but you don't need to look at the screen. So it's the best of all worlds. Overall, this camera is really nice, very detailed. You can see all the information, how much the battery lasts for, which is a lot, the card, everything, just like any other camera, which is surprisingly good for the low cost that I pay for this camera, the small price tag. And did I miss anything? No, I did not. That was a fancy review. You can watch more reviews in our channels. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Well, of course I forgot something. I wanted to show you how you charge it with a cable. So there you go, you put the cable in, and it's like locking very nicely. And of course the mount, ta-da! Controlling the camera when you put it inside the mount is very simple. First of all, you make sure that it's closed all the way. If you want to test it for water leak, test it without the camera inside. Put it inside the water and it's locked like that, and then check if there's no water coming in, and only then use it with the camera, just to be on the safe side. Once again, this thing will release the bottom, what's called hot shoe or something like that, and that will allow it to be adjusted. Then you can secure it and it's not moving, so it's good. Buttons. So we have all the buttons here, the menu, the up, down for choices, the on, off, recording. All these buttons are very useful when you're operating the camera inside the mount. So I click once, you see all the modes here. Then I have the recording. You see like that it's recording right now. Then the side buttons. Everything is so beautifully working out of the box. Batteries are even coming charged. I'm extremely happy about this product. Like I said, fancy reviews, check our channel, enjoy. Thank you.